So it is Thursday at 10:13. I came back from a band concert that we did really good at, and this is kind of a quick video because I actually have more fish coming tomorrow that are really special because they are pretty hard to find and a lot of people want them, so they went out of stock really quick. And I waited about 3 months for them, so right as I saw the in-stock notification, I just picked them up. But this video is about moving this mutated monstrous water sprite that is in this 20-gallon tank that is in my grandma's room. This tank houses 6 Harlequin rasboras and 3 Siamese flying foxes. I tried to add blue velvet shrimp and orange shrimp at different times, but they ended up disappearing within a week. And this is only the top part of the plant. When I come out closer, this whole tank is just flooded with roots. This substrate is ADA, aqua soil, and I'm just using the normal light that came with the kit, and that's all it took to make this thing grow rapid. There is crazy roots right there, crazy roots right there. The whole bottom of the tank is flooded with roots, and it's mixed in with some jungle val, but that's pretty much also blended in with the water sprite. I planted it in the middle and it just unleashed its wrath on the rest of the tank, and when you go up it starts to explode up here too, but when you actually lift up the lid, it's just growing out of water. Some of that's melting back, but yeah, it's just pretty much everywhere. It's growing out of the back too. It actually started growing out of here, so I had to cut that back, about this back part. But the water is actually pretty clean, but the main reason I'm moving this plant is because I think it would do really good in a different tank, mainly for the fish, because my intention with the fish is to breed them, because the fish species is, well, the genus is pretty rare to find in the aquarium hobby, and once any of them actually get back in stock, they just sell out extremely fast. So a few complaints about this tank and why I'm moving the plant is that when you try to feed flake food, everything just like piles up on here because of the enormous amount of plants that just cover the whole entire top. And the roots have basically taken over the whole bottom, and the plant itself has just taken over the whole tank. So as you can see, where'd they go? There's a flying fox right there that I added them in here to control the algae, which they did, but this plant is actually insane. I'm wondering if I can measure the roots. There are Harlequin rasboras in here, but I can't find them. They usually just stay to opposite sides because of how much coverage this plant has actually taken over. But so I'm gonna be moving this into this 36-gallon bow front that is in my loft that I ended up moving the shell dwellers from. And I don't think I left any behind. I did see one that I tried to catch, but they disappeared, and I don't see any trace of them anywhere. So this tank right here I have to refill the water level and just get rid of the algae in here, but this tank is basically going to become the breeding tank for a new fish that I'm actually receiving tomorrow. And after tomorrow is the start of my winter break, so I'll be releasing more videos on stuff that I'm doing. So, but let's just get into moving the plant. So as you can see, this is only about a fraction of what's, not even a fraction of what's in the tank. I couldn't uproot the whole thing. That's how many roots there are. But all these roots right here are like clumped up together. So I'm just taking little snippets of the main part and just putting them in here. Bet you never seen roots like this. So the water is a bit cloudy from flattening out the sand from the shell dwellers, but this is all I've done. This is only a temporary tank until spring comes around. But I've just put like some in the ground, and then this monster of a plant, like the roots just go all the way down and almost barely touch the ground. And I don't even I do water changes on that tank, but any other maintenance I just don't do because of how many plants are in there. But I just left some plants floating, and hopefully the fish that come tomorrow will enjoy this. As for the killifish, they are still doing absolutely fine. They've gotten maybe like a little bigger since I unboxed them, but you can see them. They're kind of, I guess, a dither fish for the shell dwellers, but the shell dwellers just mainly come up for territorial reasons. But they're very active. They add a lot of activity to the tank, and a lot of color too, as they are kind of an iridescent blue with some yellow on the tails. All four are still alive, all four are still doing great, and as I said,